Good day to you, it is I, Justin Hawkins, and this is Justin Hawkins Rides Again, my YouTube channel. So like, subscribe, keep coming back, and thanks so much for all of your support. Look at this. It's gorgeous, isn't it? I'm in a hotel, as I will be for the next few instalments of this scintillating analysis segment. Today I'm talking about Avril Lavigne's new song. It's called Bite Me. Ready for this? Here comes your information. Avril Lavigne, Bite Me. It is the lead single from Lavigne's upcoming 7th studio album, released on November the 10th through Elektra Records, good label, and as Lavigne's debut on Travis Barker's label, DTA Records. So which is it, Elektra or DTA, I wonder? Or is it a combination thing? Is DTA a subsidiary of Elektra? I'm always fascinated by the infrastructure of the music trade. I feel like when when an artist like Travis Barker says, okay, I'm doing a label, then I think a label like Elektra probably would go, well, here's some money, good luck, who are you going to sign? Avril Lavigne? Brilliant. So, Avril herself is a Canadian singer. By 16, she had signed a 2-album recording contract with Arista Records, well, another of my favourite labels, worth more than $2 million. Her debut studio album, Let Go, from 2002, is the best-selling album of the 21st century by a Canadian artist. That's a hell of a statistic, isn't it? Even more so than people like, what's her name? Even more than Nickelback? Even more than, Bryan Adams? Even more than Celine Dion? What's going on here? Incredible. So she is considered a key musician in the development of pop-punk music since she paved the way for female-driven punk-influenced pop music in the early 2000s. So wasn't there a theory that she was somehow abducted by aliens and then transplanted back onto the earth because her skin has not aged at all? She has had no plastic surgery done. She just remains the same age that she ever was. 'Twas ever thus. Avril Lavigne is ageless, timeless. She still has all of the attitude that she had before. I was watching the video, and okay, so there's a little bit of product placement. There's a whole frame where it literally just says Jeep Wrangler, which is the model of car that she's in. She's having a tantrum, but it's such a robustly built car that she's hitting the steering wheel and it doesn't give at all. There's no damage evident when she relieves the car because it's built for tantrums. Jeep Wrangler, the choice of champions. When the road is long and times are difficult, no, the road is long. Jeep keeps you looking young. Stay angry, drive a Jeep, that sort of thing. Right, so starts off with her singing. Ayow, ayow, ayow. Let me just check the lyrics because I want to make sure I get this right. Hang on. Ow. What is that? Hey you! Of course. Wait a second. I'm going to check that again. Oh, here's an advert. Oh, somebody's skateboarding. Like, maybe that's a reference to her earlier hit about skate men. It might be. Wait, this is the wrong video. Here we go. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong one. See, that's how little she's aged. I was just watching the video for Complicated and I didn't even realise it was a different video. It seems to be set in the same universe, the same time zone. She really is well preserved. Yeah, she's hitting the steering wheel, she's getting upset. She's in a Jeep Wrangler, which is the Wrangler model from the Jeep car range. Lovely flared arches on those wheels. Looks like it's built to last. Like Avril Lavigne. Has loads of attitude. It's a great car. Jeep. Because sometimes only a Jeep will do. And then she storms off. And then you get Travis Barker from the Blink-182 leaning against a brick wall with a bobble hat on. The bobble's fallen off. He's so edgy. He's so edgy that the bobble has fallen from his hat. And it hasn't even got a bobble on it. Is that a bean hat? Does that make it a bean hat? Where's the bean? Like a bobble hat has a bobble on the top. It's evident, isn't it? So where's the bean? Okay, if this is a bean hat, then it should have a bean on top of it, shouldn't it? Like a kidney bean shaped like that. Okay, so the first line. This kind of sounds like it might be a little bit processed. So she says, hey you should have known better. Better to fuck with someone like me. Hey you, forever and ever you're gonna wish I was your wifey. Okay, that's a good rhyme. That is quite funny actually. Okay, so this is a variation on like a little bit of, you know, sometimes when you write songs and you're trying to be clever, you might go, you know, do all that stuff. But invariably, if you're a guitar player, your first song involves these three chords, or you know, perhaps in a different key. I think the reason why this happens is because the intervals are the same, and your fingers can predict where they're going. It gives you a chance to sort of prepare yourself for what's going to sonically occur next, and it helps you to write lyrics. And there's a reason why my first song, your first song, everybody's first song went. And some great songs have done that. This one is going slightly different. You know what I mean? It's the same sort of thing. It's basically, I think, for an artist this established, this is a deliberately naive piece of writing, and the idea is to tap into something primal. Maybe. Do you think that's possible? You know what I mean? Is that another ostinato? Are we still in the age of the ostinato? Yeah, that is an ostinato. But it resolves in an interesting way, Han. So it's in C minor. Interesting key, isn't it? This was no accident. You planned this in the end, and now it's over. It's lovely. Right, just face it, we didn't make it. You bit off more than you can chew. Can you taste it? That's good, because it's biting and tasting as well. Ah, okay, and then the refrain comes back. So the... Oh, no, but it's the chorus is the same as... Wait. Oh, it's the same as the intro. Got it. Okay, so it starts off with a chorus. Like... Your love is like bad medicine. Or some of those sort of, you know, Bon Jovi type songs from the 80s would start off with a chorus, because it'd be like... The whole thing would be, get to the chorus as quickly as you can. And then when people hear it on the radio, they'll know what to sing along with. Because people are fucking stupid, aren't they? No, that's not why they do it. It is. It's an example of somebody writing deliberately naively, trying to... underestimating their audience, really. Because we're all grown-ups here. I'm going to change the key of this a little bit, just to see if I can find something else in it. Okay, I'm deliberately playing it a semitone down, because it makes more sense to me. All these notes suggest that it's... that could be easily like in the key of D, couldn't it? I think it's the relative minor of D is the B, so she's doing it in... that note makes it interesting. Okay, so she's hurt because it says here, say what you want to say, but you lied and I got played. You threw it all away and now it's over. I mean, it's fairly obviously a breakup song. Oh, I see. So now it says... Hey you should have known better to fuck with someone like me. Hey you, forever and ever you're going to wish I was your wifey. You should have held on, should have treated me right. I gave you one chance. You don't get it twice. Hey you, and we'll be together never, so baby you can bite me. Bite me is that expression that Bart Simpson uses, isn't it? When somebody says, you shouldn't be doing this. I think grown-ups say, well, sue me, don't they? And I think like people of a certain more youthful disposition will say, bite me. So basically it's saying that she doesn't care, right? Doesn't care about his or their opinion, right? I fell fast when I know I should have run. No, I should have run. No, I should have run. So she is sort of accepting that she sort of willingly went into something that was definitely doomed. It's quite a mature bit of writing, actually, isn't it? It's not just, oh, this is all your fault. She's saying, well, you know, I kind of didn't listen to the alarm bells at the beginning of this relationship, walked straight into it, and now it's kind of, nobody wants to be played, but I suppose she thought maybe she could tame this person. Do you think it might be about the guy out of Nickelback that she married? It doesn't sound like a fling to me. It sounds much more serious than a fling. She fell fast when she knew she should have run, right? That's what she's literally saying over and over again in the bridge. So I think, I mean, this is a much more long-term relationship, because she's sort of looking back to when she, you know, because you don't have to run away from a fling, do you? You just enjoy a fling. A fling is a fling. That's not, if two people are knowingly going into a fling situation, then it's good. But I think she went into something that was much more serious than that, and in the protagonist of the song, the narrating, the narrative goes, she knew that she was going to get hurt to a degree, because I know I should have run. So I think she heard some alarm bells, chose to ignore them. It was much more drawn out and disappointing, because she was disappointing in herself as well as the partner, because she knew that she was going to get played. Feels, I think part of the anger comes from feeling victimised, and the other part of it comes from not, you know, knowing that she didn't act on the warning signs that she perceived at the beginning of it. So I reckon it's actually a bit more mature than the music would have us believe. I reckon that the three chords that she's chosen to operate in give it the illusion of being a naive composition, but it isn't. It's talking about something a bit deeper. I actually think it's probably a marriagey song. She does mention wifey. Hey, you, forever and ever you're going to wish I was your wifey. But I think if the syllables of that line allowed her to fit another one in, she probably would have said still. I reckon I was still your wifey. You know, that's what I reckon. So I think it's about a big relationship, and that's why there's so much anger. So super naive chord sequence, super angry, a little bit of depth in there. It's Avril. It's classic Avril. And she looks like £1 million, which is a lot of money by anybody's standards, even after Brexit. Okay, and it has the thing where it goes into halftime for the chorus. And I think that's because when the refrain is something that has weight and you really want it to land, and you want your audience or the person that you're addressing in the song to really absorb what you're saying, you go into halftime, don't you? You hear it a lot. It happens a lot, especially in this kind of music. It's not, and it definitely isn't just because the drummer needs a rest. He's got stamina. Look at him. I bet you taste me on the tip of your tongue. Does that work? Where do you taste things? Where would you place the perception of taste in?
Palate.
Up here, yeah. That's what I think too. The palate. Technically, what she's trying to say is, I bet you taste me on your soft palate, just behind the hard bit at the front. I think it's just brilliant to see her doing stuff, really. And what did she do in that time? Was she away for a long time? She was away for a long time. There was a theory that she was abducted by aliens, cryogenically frozen, or they used some kind of time ship. they used a kind of time ship to whisk her away and provide music to some other planet, and then brought her back. But they didn't realise that. But she didn't age. Is that possible? That's what people think, right? I bet a lot of people are going to be really pleased to see Avril Lavigne doing this again. I'm one of them, obviously. She used to like The Darkness, I think. I think Chad did as well. He was the other. And Brian Adams. All the Canadians like Darkness, so the feeling's mutual. God bless Avril Lavigne. Welcome back. I'm so pleased. Can't wait to hear the next one. And don't forget, like and subscribe. See you on the ice or in the skies. No, that doesn't work. Taste the rainbow of fruit flavours.